Well, it's Tech for Hire. I believe he's going to bore us again with his bullshit.
Hey guys and gals, Tech for Hire here. I haven't done a video in a while, and you know what? It feels like every single time I do a video, I say the same exact thing. This is going to be a change from what I normally do. I'm not doing a video on motorcycles. I'm not doing a video on a car. I'm actually doing some tech stuff, hence Tech for Hire. Anyways, I've had this set up for a little while. I just got some other pieces. I'm not a big drone guy, so, you know, I got one just to fiddle around with, and I figure there might be some people out there that are thinking about getting a drone. They're not exactly sure what they want to get, why they want to get it. That's kind of what the purpose of this video is. If you're a guy out there that wants to know how to fly a drone and all the different components that are involved in going out and getting your FAA license, this isn't going to be the video for you. This is basic beginner stuff. So let's get on with it. My current setup is a DJI Mini from Costco. It's a bundle that you can get for $389. What do you get with that bundle? Obviously, you get the drone, you get the controller, you get an extra battery, and you get a charging dock. That's really not that bad when you consider the drone itself is $399, and with that you get one battery and you get the controller. But with my setup, what I decided to do is I went with an additional charger and a carrying case. On top of that, I went out and bought a SanDisk 256 gigabyte extreme drive, SD card. I had the Ultra, the SanDisk Ultra, 64 gigabytes, and for some reason it would not function with the drone. For some reason it wouldn't format it, so I went out and got an Extreme, because maybe this one is 2.7K, maybe it's an issue, I don't know. Let's get on to the specs. Now, why would you want to go with a DJI Mini as opposed to a regular DJI drone, or any other drone for that matter? The cool part is this thing is so tiny, it does not require an FAA license to fly. So I can fly this around my neighborhood, take video, do all the different things that you can do with those bigger drones, and I don't need an FAA license. You can't get in trouble. Cool part about this unit is it will fly for 30 minutes, so you get 30 minutes of flight time, and it's stated that it will do 2.48 miles. So obviously that's looking at your drone, open field, you can go 2.48 miles. If you're in a housing tract, if there's buildings around, I wouldn't want to do that, because your drone might take off and disappear on you. That can happen, and it's not fun. So let's talk about some of the things that you get with it. This right here is a charging base. This just pops right off. You have your drone, which fold these guys up here. Take this one down and this one down, and you have to adjust your little guys here so that it sits flush, and it would help if you have it correctly. So that plops onto the charging unit like so. You make sure that these are up, and then you're done. Obviously it has a cord, plugs into the wall, has a little flashing light, looks kind of cool. Once the light stops flashing, you know the battery is charged. That's great and all, but if you're out and about and you want to charge it, this is kind of dumb to have with you out in the field. That's why you should get the extra charger, the charging unit. You can charge 3 batteries at a time, have it with you on the go. It fits in this case. Really good idea. This, obviously, will this fit in here? No, it's not gonna fit. So this is a bad idea. It's kind of cool to sit at your desk and just have it look neat, but practicality wise, this thing kind of sucks. So I don't actually want to use that. Another thing, you get your controller. This thing's pretty snazzy. One thing I found out is I have a Samsung 20 Ultra, and it does not fit in this controller, which is kind of a pain in the butt. So luckily I have another phone, it's an S10, and it fits in here nicely. So basically this unit pops out like that. You have a little cable, which it comes with 3 different types of cable that have a lightning adapter, a micro USB, as well as a USB-C. Plug it in, you have this guy right here, plugs into the side of the phone, and you slide your phone inside here. Obviously, you have to have the app, you have to connect everything up. It actually works pretty well. One other thing, this is just kind of a stupid little, hey, you don't want to look like a moron when you first open this thing up, because I sure as hell did look like a moron. You press the power button here, right? And it's going to flash these little lights. It's going to tell you how much battery juice you have in it. Well, the problem is, I'm like, okay, well, that's a power button. Let me turn that on to turn my thing on. And it would immediately turn off. You're like, what the hell's going on? Well, you have to press it once and then hold it, and you'll hear it beep. Once you hear it beep, you know you're good. This tells you how much power you have, okay? When you want to turn it off, you do the same thing. Single press, and then another press, and you can see it count down, and you'll get that little notification. That is the same way you turn on the drone. I was monkeying around with this thing for, I don't know, 5 minutes. I'm like, how the hell do you turn this thing on? So if you don't want to look like a moron, that's how you turn it on. Ease of use with the drone, it's actually really, really cool. These things fly really well. They have 3 different flight modes. It's kind of like a beginner, an intermediate, and then an advanced. I've never flown a drone before, so I leave it on the beginner, and it works out great. Whatever direction the camera is facing is which your joysticks are going to face. So if you turn the camera down at you and you're looking at you, you go left, it goes left. You turn it around the other way where it's facing again, away from you, if you turn left, it still goes left. You don't have to be smart and go, okay, well, I'm facing that way, so I want to go left, but I'm facing opposite me, so I need to hit the right controller. You know what I mean? It's just a pain in the butt. Once I get good, maybe I'll start doing that. I don't know. I doubt it. I don't think I'm going to be that good. You should really check out DJI's website. When you download the application, there's lots of tutorials. It shows you a lot of the things that you can do with flight time, flight modes, different tutorials on how to do, like, that's one thing that when you get the app, you're like, hey, you know, how do I do this thing? I want to do a 360 around a group of naked girls. Well, there's a mode for that. You hit the button on there, it'll automatically do it for you. One thing that you have to do for sure is there is a home button. You get a GPS tracker on your phone, and I'll probably see if I can film that and show that to you guys. If not, forgive me. There's a tutorial, you can figure it out. But anyways, the first thing that you should do is once you plug in your phone and you connect it to your drone, you want to make sure that you set the home waypoint. Why is the home waypoint important? Well, this thing is tracked by GPS, okay? So if for some reason your phone loses connectivity, you get into a blind spot or whatnot, after a period of time, your drone is going to go, hey, I can't connect, or when the battery's about to die, it's going to go, hey, I'm going to die. Well, if you have a home point set, your drone will automatically fly to that home point and land for you. That is awesome. You don't have to worry about your drone taking off and you losing it and all these other things. So the most important thing that you can do when you get this drone is before you fly it, before it goes up in the air, make sure you have a GPS signal, make sure it's pointing to your actual location, because sometimes it may read incorrectly and say that you're in the Bahamas. This thing ain't gonna make it to the Bahamas, but for 30 minutes, imagine how far this thing can go, and you have to find it. That won't be fun. So make sure you set a home waypoint, make sure it's up to date, and click that button, update it before you fly it. That way you don't have any issues. Because I've flown this once, I went over my house and it lost connectivity with the controllers. But I set my home waypoint and it came back to me. So thank God I didn't lose $389 on this setup, because I would be really, really pissed, as would anybody. You'd be angry. Yeah, it's a great camera. It's a 2.7K camera, has a 3-axis gimbal on it. Let me pull this guy out. It's very, very neat. Like the first time you set this up, I mean, it's like you don't want to break it. It's a good sturdy unit, but the one thing that you worry about is bending these guys, your propellers. They give you an extra set, so you can switch it out if you want, but it's better just not to bend them in the first place. But you pull this unit out, pull this guy out, and then these guys, I even left the stickers on here so I don't forget, but you basically want to rotate and pull this out, and same thing with this side. And I'm trying not to grab the propellers because I don't want anything to bend. So then you set it down. Obviously there's a little protector here. You pull this off and that gives you access to your camera. But it's a good idea to leave the protector on when you're not flying, just because you don't want to get it dirty, you don't want to get it scratched, you don't want to break it, because you might as well just buy a whole new drone. So that's pretty much my setup. Like I said, this is a very basic overview. If it's something that you're interested in, it's really cool. Check it out. Go to Costco. I'm obviously not sponsored by Costco, but it's a really good deal. I know there's another deal out there you can get through DJI, which gives you the drone, an extra battery, and it actually gives you this charger as opposed to this one. That might be a better deal, but I think it's like $100 more. So, you know, it's up to you which one you want to go. I bought this unit, it was like $49. I bought the bag, that was like another 30 bucks. I bought, you know, a memory card, which you're gonna have to get anyways. That was another $49. By the way, I'm telling you, man, SD cards have come down in price, and I'm pretty impressed. 256 gigabytes for, I think it was $39, $49. That's pretty damn good. Anyways, if you guys have any comments, any questions, any concerns, please feel free to hit me up in the comment section. I do my best to reply as quickly as possible. If you have any problems with my video, well, you can just... all right, guys and gals, until next time.